What's up, guys? So in this video, I'm going to show you guys what I've learned about making this Skillshare course out of the Udemy course, because there were a couple of misconceptions and things that I have learned since the previous episode. This is probably going to be a 3-video series, so we'll see. At the moment, in the background, I have kind of some notes that I've taken. Whenever there's more than 2 steps, it's really helpful for me to write down everything that's left, because then I don't have to use energy keeping track of what I still need to do, and I can just be like, okay, I need to do this and this and this. So one of the first things, the things that's crossed off here, is something I did not realize earlier. So if we go to Udemy, remember we have a Udemy course, 2 Udemy courses that I'm using some of the content for. In the beginning, I was like, oh, I'm just going to port the course over from Udemy to Skillshare, right? But now I've decided that that's not completely what I'm doing. So one of the things is that I didn't realize that when you re-download a video from Udemy, it is now Udemy branded in the bottom right. So if we looked at a video, there would be a little watermark. So I had to then go through and remove that watermark, which meant editing every single video, which is usually something I try not to do. But it was really easy to do and simple to get rid of, so it didn't matter that much. So basically what's happening is I have used these 2 courses for the inspiration and form of the Skillshare course, right? Let's go to the Skillshare course real quick. If we go to classes, I am teaching, here we go. But I've also added new videos, and I've redone some of the videos that were longer, okay? And in general, I had to cut out a lot of stuff because you don't want a Skillshare course to be more than like an hour, and an hour is pretty long for a Skillshare course, right? So far, I think this is like an hour and 10 minutes or something like that. And it's almost done. Content-wise, all of my videos that I'm creating are done. That's taken care of. So what needs to happen next, if we refer back to this, is to record the worksheet videos. So in a second, I'll show you the worksheet itself and how I created it. And then also we need to record videos showing Skillshare students specifically how to share their projects, right? So again, one of the main differences with Skillshare is this emphasis on the projects, and they actually look at your student engagement, right? So let's look at an example course real quick. I've been using this plated course here, and I can show you what I'm talking about. So this is the course, right? Really, really short. And there's a prompt, cooking your sandwich. See this one, the longest video? This prompt says to share your projects. So what the student does is they do what the instructor does, cook a sandwich, take a photo of it, and then they upload it to this gallery, right? As far as I understand, Skillshare places heavy emphasis on the amount of students engaging and participating in this. And you can look at this here. You can see there's 530 reviews and 11 projects uploaded. That's not much at all. So the vast majority of people aren't going to contribute to this part. But the contribution of your students to this is what determines if Skillshare will push your course. So I have to really make sure that I understand this properly. And one of the things with this course is it just verbally says, okay, this is what you're going to do. Now you post your project, take a picture of your sandwich and post it to the project gallery. But it doesn't say how exactly to do that, right? So essentially what I need to do is make specific video showing, okay, you're going to have this project, right? We'll get on to what the project is in a second. And you're going to post your progress on the project gallery, right? But how does somebody do that? Like, I've never used Skillshare. When the instructor said this, I didn't actually know how to do that. And that meant that I had to figure something out myself, even though it's quite simple, which is inevitably going to decrease the amount of people interacting in the project, right? So one thing I need to do is further my understanding of how posting a project works, right? So right now I am logged in. So here I could say what I think of this course. What happens if I do this? Okay, yeah, I liked the course. Any level, yeah. Engaging. Audio and video quality is good. Clear instructions. Gave me a lot of info about cheese. What could be improved? More actionable? I don't know. It's pretty actionable, but whatever. Cool. Okay. So that's the first time I ever reviewed a course. So now I understand that's how other students will be able to review it. After they take the course or during, they'll have this little prompt here that they can click on. Okay. That's good to know. But now scrolling down, what we are looking for is how do we contribute to the project. So let's understand these tabs a little bit more. I need to learn what the difference is between the community, your project, and all project tabs, because this is the format that my students will see when they're taking the Skillshare course, right? So if we scroll down, there's the About section. This has information about the teacher. It also has information about the class itself. And you can see the class projects on the main page if you just scroll down. So we can see 11 class projects, right? So if we go to the Reviews tab, that makes sense. I'm not too worried about the reviews. I can imagine that it's just all the reviews. Now, the Community tab, these are the three that I need to learn more about. It looks like, okay, so you can post on the Community tab. There's 4 things you can do. You can start a conversation, ask a question, share a product, or thank the teacher. Okay, so this is one place you can share a project. Okay. Another place is your project. Okay, so this is text that I would create, or the instructor creates, which is very similar to this. So then if we clicked Create Project, we can upload an image or other. Please link to content to embed from another site. Okay, so let's see if... Let me find a really short YouTube video that I have and see if we can upload it as a URL, because that's essentially what my students are going to need to do. They're going to need to post a screenshot of their YouTube video uploaded and public, and then also include a link to this YouTube video. So what's that going to look like? Let's just go, I'm going to go to my videos. And I have a really short advertisement that I was experimenting with. It's like 12 seconds. So I'll just use that hyperlink. It's an unlisted video, but it should work. Here we go. Here we go. View on YouTube. Get the link. Okay, now will it let me do that? And let's just... Oh, wait. I'm actually uploading this to some real course. This grilled cheese course. I'm not going to actually do that. But okay, so we're going to need just the HTML link. And it doesn't have to actually pull the video. That would be nice if it does. But, okay, and I'm also going to need to explain how to do this project title part. My video. Here is the link to the published YouTube video. And okay, so that they could just do that and then post a screenshot, but they wouldn't even need to post a screenshot. Hopefully they can just enter the link in here and then it's going to post the video from YouTube. That would be wicked, like super useful. But now, okay, I have a better understanding now of what the student is going to be seeing. So it looks like there are multiple places where they can upload a project. They could go to the community tab here and click share a project. Ah, this is an existing project. Okay. So it looks like the way to create the project is here. And then once you've created it, then you can share it here once it already exists, right? And so it's interesting. We can see the engagement here, like 530, 100 students watching right now, and only 11 total projects. So even getting 1 or 2, it looks like, is quite a lot. Like this is, let's see, in total, there's over, it's like, how many reviews per project? 533 divided by 11. There's almost 50 reviews per project contributed, which is very interesting. That's a metric that I'll pay attention to later on in my courses. So now I have a better understanding of how to share the progress and upload everything. So what I need to do is figure out how to make it as convenient and easy for the student as possible to share the videos that they're making. So now would be a good time for me to show you guys the worksheet that I made. Here we go. It's a really basic PDF. All right. And so this is a deliverable. It's something that could be printed, right? And then they can just check these boxes off. Obviously, not every person has a printer, so I have to keep this in mind. And one thing right now, I should make these digital checkboxes. So you could print it and check them off by hand, or you could just use it on the computer, because anybody taking the course is gonna, at least have a cell phone or a computer. So I need to make sure that people can access this worksheet with a cell phone or a computer or a printer, right? So it's a very basic worksheet, and all I did is I went online and I found some templates, and then I just went with one and I made it my own, right? So the idea here is to just really encourage people to just get used to putting a video on YouTube and making it public, publishing a video. So I made 5 basic questions, and the premise here is you just follow these instructions. Press record on your phone, read one of the questions while looking at the camera, and answer that question, okay? So the way this would look like is I pull out my phone, I press record, then I'm like, okay, the question is, what are you thinking about? And then now I say what my answer is. I'm thinking about this. I'm nervous because I'm recording a video. I feel silly. I feel weird. Whatever is going through your head, just 30 to 60 seconds, and then you're done. And so then what I have to do is show the student, once the video exists, okay, it's just going to be a file on their computer or a file on their cell phone. So I have to make it very clear and easy for the student to then upload that video to YouTube, right? So essentially, if we look at the course right now, we have all the videos about YouTube itself. And I redid a lot of these because in the Udemy course, they were like 6 or 7 minutes. So I redid them and made them like 2 or 3 minutes, right? This is all about YouTube and everything that I think is most relevant from my Udemy course, plus some new videos I just redid, right? So now what I need to do is figure out how to integrate the use of this worksheet, not this worksheet, sorry, of this worksheet into the course. Basically, straight away as the student takes the course, they should be working on the worksheet. It shouldn't be something that is like, oh, you do at the end, and it really shouldn't be something that has to be finished. Skillshare really wants you to make projects that are able to be uploaded as they are being done. Skillshare believes that a lot of the key to really growing and fostering a community is getting your students to be engaged in these projects and to feel free to share their projects, even if they're really nervous and this kind of thing. So this is why Skillshare places an emphasis on this. And if I can keep this in mind and really build using this worksheet, creating a video and uploading it to YouTube into the Skillshare course, then the course will perform better, right? So now what I need to do is record some videos using the worksheet. I need to make some minor changes to the worksheet. Then I need to upload those videos to Skillshare. Then I need to make thumbnails for all the lectures. You can see right here, this button. You can add something like that. And then it becomes the thumbnail of the video. So essentially what I want is, okay, I want a quick thumbnail that's like how to record the video, titles. It's basically just going to be a visual representation of the title of the video. But this is going to help organize the content a bit better in students' heads, and it's really simple. It's just like how if you go to a YouTube channel, people have an easier time navigating your content when you have thumbnails on your videos, right? And so this is essentially the same thing. We're going to add thumbnails like these. Okay, so after that, what else is left? Oh, I'm currently creating the Skillshare Part 2 video. So that's all we're going to need to do. We're going to make sure that the student knows how to use the worksheet, that they can use the worksheet whether they're on their cell phone, a computer, or they have the ability to print it. Ideally, they can print it, right? Aside from that, we're going to make some videos to show them how to upload videos to YouTube, because that's going to be part of the project. We have to word everything in a way so that the student feels encouraged to share their progress, regardless of if they actually do all 5 things in the worksheet. And that should be it, because essentially, as far as my understanding of Skillshare works, if a student takes this course and publishes something to the community, that's the equivalent of 50 reviews, right? So getting people to do this one part, supposedly, will have a really good impact on the analytics of the Skillshare course. So that's something I'm really trying to hammer on and think a lot about. All right, guys, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.